If you own an iPhone or an iPad and you live on Cape Breton Island, you need to see this. My phone is fixed, but it was a hell of an odyssey getting there. Here's the story. The first place I went to was a place called LINGAN Phone Repair. I went there because they repaired my friend Rob's BlackBerry when he smashed the screen in exactly the same way I did, and the screen repair they did for him was awesome. So I knew that their repair was good, their work was good, so I said, I want to work with them. But then, a few days ago, I got a text from them that said that they're not going to be able to get the screen in until sometime after August 10th, which is after I get back from Dieppe. That's no good to me. I need the phone fixed before I go on the trip. So I start to get a little desperate, and I start looking around for other places that can do it. I find this place called Paul's Tell on Townsend Street. It's the old location where Framework Cycle and Fitness used to be. They wanted $350 to do the repair. I told them LINGAN Phone Repair would do it for $200 or $230 if I wanted to have it special ordered in. That's the maximum they would charge. And to my astonishment, they started bad-mouthing LINGAN Phone Repair. They said most of his customers keep coming in to us with the phones to have them fixed again because he doesn't do the job right. But you know what? First, I knew that was bull because I saw the work they did on Rob's phone. But putting that aside for a moment, it is thoroughly unprofessional to badmouth your competition like that. It's just not professional. So I just said, no, I'm not doing work with these people. So I thought, okay, desperation time. I called 1-800-MY-APPLE because I've been a loyal Apple customer for 16 years and I've never had problems with Apple before. I said, surely they'll take care of me. I was wrong. The phone call was pleasant enough, but I asked them, where's the closest Apple service center? They said 400 kilometers, Halifax. And I was afraid I'm just not going to have this phone in time for vacation no matter what I do. So I started getting nostalgic about, after having called 1-800-MY-APPLE, all the time I've spent with using Apple equipment over the last 15, 16 years, and I thought back to my original iMac in 1999. I bought that at Quality Cameras and Computers, which is on the corner of Dorchester and George Streets, only about 5 minutes walk from my front door. And so I thought to myself, I'm going to check out their website, see what they're doing. I get there, and in a big bold image, like a sign on the front of their page, with a big Apple logo next to it, said, Authorized Apple Service Center. I don't remember 1-800-MY-APPLE mentioning this. They said 500 kilometers, not 500 meters. So I gave them a call the next day. And as it turns out, 1-800-MY-APPLE has done this to Quality Cameras before. They've had people come in the store and say that's exactly what they tell them. As it turns out, when I talked to them about it, what they're apparently doing is that 1-800-MY-APPLE sends you to the nearest Apple store. Not an Apple service center, like a business like Quality Cameras it's licensed to do Apple repairs, but an actual full-blown Apple store. That's where they try to send you. And there is one of those in Halifax. Okay. But Quality Cameras is listed on Apple's website as an authorized service center. And apparently 1-800-MY-APPLE doesn't bother to look that up. They just look up the list of Apple stores. If I had had a car, I would have been driving all the way to Halifax to get this phone fixed when there was a place 5 minutes walk from my front door that could have done it. And they didn't tell me about it. This is the worst customer service experience I have had in quite some time. This is bad for everyone. Obviously it's bad for Quality Cameras because they're losing out on repair business that's rightfully theirs. But it's also bad for Apple. If you have an iPhone or an iPad, you break the screen, and you give Apple a call and they tell you got to go 400 kilometers to get it fixed or mail it away, you're not going to be a happy customer. I wasn't. And it wasn't necessary. It makes Apple look bad, and it takes business out of quality cameras and computers' hands for nothing. 1-800-MY-APPLE, get your act together. If you've got Apple service centers in Sydney, you should not be sending people to Halifax to get their phones fixed. What is wrong with you? And you know, what's even worse? Quality Cameras charged me $247.25 for the repair, while Paul's Tel wanted to charge me $350 for a repair that would have voided the warranty. Quality Cameras is an authorized service center for Apple, so obviously their work won't void the warranty on the phone, but theirs would have, and they want to charge me an arm, a leg, and a kidney and my firstborn son for it? No way! I mean, they tried to claim to me that the screens cost them $275 each. If that's true, then the company they're dealing with is bilking them. I don't know who's lying here or who's bilking who, but somebody's bilking somebody at Paul's Tel. All I can say is if you got an iPhone or an iPad, you need to get a screen fixed, do not go to Paul's Tel for the love of God. They will not give you a fair price, not even close. As far as LINGAN phone repair is concerned, their work is excellent. The only problem is he sometimes has trouble getting screens in. He had trouble getting a screen in for Rob, too. It took him a while. But his prices are really good. If you've got an iPhone or an iPad that's not in warranty, definitely go to LINGAN phone repair. They will get you a good price, so long as you don't need it fixed quickly. If you're able to wait, that's the place to go. If you need it done quickly or your phone is under warranty, go to Quality Cameras and Computers. They will have the screen in a maximum of 2 days if they don't already have it in stock, and they may, depending on the model of your phone. And their repair will not void any Apple warranties that you have. And for the love of God, don't call 1-800-MY-APPLE, because they are completely useless, at least for people here in Cape Breton and probably a lot of other small communities across North America that are probably facing exactly the same bull. I am, for the first time, an extremely unhappy Apple customer because of that experience. I have nothing against the girl who spoke to me. She was a nice girl, she did her job well. I think she was just undone by the fact that Apple didn't give her enough information to do her job properly. And I am not happy about this at all. It's the first time in all of the time I've been using Apple equipment where I've given any thought to jumping ship to the Windows side. And the only reason I am not doing this immediately is because I still prefer the Mac OS X interface. I find it to be a lot more elegant than Windows, and I come by this opinion honestly. I use Windows every day at work. I just prefer the Mac OS X interface, but I'm not totally opposed to the idea of going over to Windows if I ever had the opportunity. If somebody just gave me a nice Windows computer, I might consider it. Or maybe I'll turn it into a Hackintosh and install Mac OS X on it. Mac OS X is Intel-based after all. In either case, just thought you'd all like to know first that my phone is fixed. All I gotta do now is figure out how the hell to repay my sister for the money she loaned me. If you own an iPhone or iPad and you live here in Cape Breton, remember, Quality Cameras and Computers, if it's under warranty or you're in a hurry, LINGAN phone repair otherwise. Those are the places to go. Stay away from Paul's Tel and don't call 1-800-MY-APPLE.